Alright, here's one you don't see every day. Maco 750. Even though this one's rough and ugly, ain't a pretty thing. It's rebuilt for the most part and working. Maco 750. This is underneath. It kind of came to me more like a junker, and had some very funky power supply caps and stuff going on, so been replaced. Here's the filter cap. It's on a board, 3 snap-in caps with the originals were 220s, 220 UF. These are 330 UF, and then here's a diode board with 6 amp diodes replaced on it. You know, bleeder resistors on top. This one was highly modified, not like by me. I got it again as a modified junker, and finally got it together and up and running. This transformer here goes to the low voltage circuits only. It runs the preamp, the relay, maybe some of the lights, and that's it. This originally came with either M2057s, 12-volt filament tubes, or 6LF6 6-volt filaments, but I'll show you that in a minute. Somebody modified this one with a 23-volt filament transformer on top, a Toray transformer, and it uses 21 or 23 I think 6JS6 tubes in it, so it uses the 23-volt filament tubes, and those are a lot cheaper to get than the 6-volt or the 12-volt 6LF6's M2057, so I can see how they did that. But pretty basic amp. Let me get something to point with. Over here's the driver tune cap on the side, tank coil for the driver. Goes to the input, that's the parasitics. It's grounded grid, and that grounds the grid for that. This one grounds the grid for the driver tubes. And it's grounds the grid through the relay. So the high voltage is on the tubes all the time. Yep. In a minute. Honey's calling. So, grounds the tubes all the time. So, no, I'm sorry, got distracted. High voltage is on the tubes all the time. And when you key in the relay, it grounds the cathode. And that turns the tubes on, putting the ground on them. Over here is the tune and load output caps. And that's pretty much it. There's the relay board. That's the main antenna relay here. And that's the preamp relay. That small black thing there is the preamp transistor, and that one in the back is the keying transistor. Pretty basic stuff. And I'm gonna lay the camera down, turn her around. And that's the top of the amp. 2 drivers over here, driving 6 finals, 2 driving 6. And again, this one uses the 21 or 23 volt filament tubes, 23 JS6As, I believe, are one in it. Mismatch a tube, so it's not doing maximum. Cooling fan, that's the new filament transformer that somebody put in there, so you can run the cheaper 23 volt filament tubes. And if you ever priced a 6LF6 or a M2057, you would know why. And then that's the high voltage transformer there. So that transformer only runs the high voltage, and that transformer only runs the filament. And then that one underneath runs the low voltage stuff. So anyway, we hope we haven't knocked anything out of sync. Gonna turn it on, let it warm up for a minute. On the front is pretty stock and simple too. Main power off and on. It's got a high-low switch. standby switch, and then AM SSB, and then your tune and load modulation light, and your relative output meter. So that's the basics on this Maco 750 amp. And last, we're gonna fire it up with the little Tram Titan 4, only doing a couple watts going into it. Hopefully everything's all keyed up. We're gonna put it on average and key her down. And on average, I'm only dead keying about 300. Hello. Audio. Standing still for the most part. Audio. It would do more if I put more into it or put a little JB12 behind it. But again, this has a mismatch of tubes in it. If we put a good set of matched tubes in it, it would do a lot better. And then last on peak, with a couple watts going in it, it's doing hello. Audio. Maybe 450, trying to hit 500 peak. Again, with a couple watts going into it, that's not too bad. Hit it a little harder, do more, put a JB12 in there, it'd swing up a little bit better. Key it down one more time, but hello. It'll hold there. Hello. Audio, not too bad of an amp, but with those tubes in it being mismatched and all that, it's about all you're gonna get, all I'd expect to get. And that's gonna be it for this rough Maco 750 I picked up. But we gonna wrap it up and put it away. Alright, that's it for this one. Honey's calling, dinner's ready. I'm gone. Bye. Go Lions. Gotta watch the Lions game and eat dinner. Bye.